Clicked on this video, you want to see what I've started for my fall garden. This is beautyberry. We talked about how in the last video how my dog knocked over the beautyberry bush and all the branches were scattered. I put this in water under a grow light in the window for about 3 weeks, and then grew a ton of roots. So I stuck it in this pot. This is actually two different, I don't know if you can see that, two different plants that I planted in the same one. So hopefully that'll start. I also put like a little oregano in there. It's not doing as well, so we'll see if that actually takes or not. It actually didn't start roots, so I just went ahead and put it in a pot to see if it would. Here's my beautyberry, another beautyberry. Now this was chives, but I saw a bunch of ants going to it. I think they stole the seeds, which we have a ton of ants around here, so that could be a problem that I'm going to face. I might have to put some mesh over it next time. This one is dill. I've got 4 plants growing in this one. It's hard to see. But there are 4, see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 different plants. So I'm going to see which one's the strongest, and then I'm going to prune out what's not, or if they all are strong, then I'll just plant them in individual pots. So I like to plant a few in one pot. I don't know if that's the best strategy, but that's what I do. This is motherwort. I planted a bunch of seeds. Only one actually grew. So I'm glad I planted a bunch, so I wasn't disappointed. I actually haven't got this one to grow yet. So I'm hoping this time it will grow. It's good for regulating menstruation and things like that. I'm not a doctor, so look it up. Susan Weed is a great resource for motherwort. She tells you all about it. Here is some more beautyberry, which we've already talked about. And so here is my lemon balm. I planted a ton of these. Clearly a lot of them germinated, so that's great. I already have lemon balm, but you can't have too much. It's good for warding off pests, and it's great antiviral. So if my son's feeling bad, then I like to brew it up in some tea. So there's a ton here. I will again probably pick the strongest ones and then prune out the rest of them. This one's fenugreek. It's good for hair and skin, and a ton of other things, but that's what I am growing it for. I honestly only put 4 seeds in here, and 3 out of the 4 germinated. The seeds are bigger, so it's easier to just put a few. So I'm hoping that survives. This one doesn't look like it's doing so good. So at least I'll get 2 plants out of this. This one did not germinate. It was not cucumber. It was lemon thyme. So I don't know if the ants got me on this one, or if it just was too wet or too dry. I don't know. So I'm going to have to try that again, maybe in a bigger pot, and see how it goes. Sorry about my mess. I've been watering and not wiping it up. Okay, so this is turmeric, and really, honestly, turmeric or turmeric, I don't know. Some people said it differently. And I typically would not grow this right now. Like, this is typically started way earlier, but of course, like I said in my last video, I didn't move here till the middle of June, and I didn't really get things started, and I bought things slowly. So I bought some turmeric root, and I placed them in this pot about 2 weeks ago. So like the first week in June, or July, sorry. So we'll see if those even grow very well. This right here is my romaine lettuce. And I'm really excited about this because I really want some lettuce. I plan on planting it down here. I'm going to amend this soil. I've had this planter forever, and I put a bunch of rocky soil from my friend's house before I could afford any soil myself. Rosemary, and it's actually doing really well, so I'm excited about that. I only planted a few seeds in this one, 2 sprouted, so I'm happy with that. Some more turmeric, and then this, oh my goodness, I went a little bit crazy on this one. I was getting tired, so I planted it with a ton of lettuce. And again, I plan on transferring a bunch of that to here. There's also some broccoli in there, and some, let's see, what else is in here? Let's get a little bit closer. Some skullcap, which I don't know if that grew or not. I don't know what skullcap looks like when it first starts growing. But all these are doing well. They are close together. These really need to be thinned out pretty soon, where they're not going to get any light. The roots aren't going to be able to grow any. So I'll do that soon. Well, that's an amaranth, but I didn't plant that, of course. That's a weed, but you can eat that too, so I leave those in if they start growing. But this is my chamomile. It needs to be watered, which it's raining today, so I'm hoping that it gets some water. I planted a ton of this in here, and only a few germinated, so I'm hoping that I can get good chamomile tea out of this one. That video as much as I liked making it. If you do, hit a like and subscribe so you can see more of my videos. If you guys are planting anything in your fall garden that you want to share with me, then I'd love to hear about it, so you can comment down below and I will definitely read your comments. So, all right, have a good night.